Welcome or welcome back to Tarot and Chill. My name's Nisha, and this is a pick a card reading with some messages for the upcoming week, or what will happen this week. I've got 3 groups for you to choose from today. Group 1 is the green pen. Group 2 is the blue pen. And group 3 is the pink pen. Please pause the video now if you need to take a moment to make your choice, otherwise I'll see you in your reading. All the timestamps will be below in the description box. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, leave me a comment to let me know how it resonates for you. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and if you'd like a personal reading, the information will be below in the description box. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in your reading. This reading is for you who chose the green pen. Let's see what cards you have. From the Sacred Power reading cards you have Truth. From the Sacred Destiny Oracle you have Diligence. From the Shamanic Healing Oracle you have Home. And then from the Vision Quest Tarot you have Daughter of Air, Nine of Water, and the Five of Air. Feels like there's some stress with regards to your home and your living situation, and it feels like you're looking for somewhere new and you're trying to apply for new places, and I'm seeing you're going to find something really amazing, but you're just really a scaredy cat right now. You're being afraid, you're being cautious, and I feel like you kind of want to shut your eyes to what's going on, but at the same time you do need to be honest with yourself, and it feels like this week you are going to be able to be honest with yourself about like what you can actually do, your options, and it feels like there's an easy progression route forward where you just follow what feels right, and there is a direction set for you, and it feels confusing at first, but it feels like there is a kind of notice or something that catches your attention, like someone calling you. Feels like there's a need to communicate back with someone who's called you and go off and do your own thing, and it feels like there's something big that's worrying you, and it does feel like communication is worrying you, like there's someone who's like almost like looming over you, and it might be your boss or your landlord or like people you're trying to arrange like viewings with even. Like they might be like, so did you want to make a deposit because we've got 17 offers higher than yours? And it's just like stressing you out, and you're thinking, no, I actually don't want that trap house in a district that's really bad, that's like far away from my work and everyone's always getting shot in that place. Like, no, I don't want to pay 20 times the market rate for that place. You're right on that. It feels like if you just follow your true code, your true way of doing things, and you are honest with yourself, like actually I can't afford that one's too expensive, or that one's like really just not good enough for me. It feels better than if you try and trap yourself with the fear of like, oh, well, maybe that's all you can get. It feels not good for you to make decisions out of negative feelings and bad thoughts. It's better for you to plan with structure and discipline, and just define that you'll keep doing it until you get it done. You'll just be strong about it. Like you need to have a different sense of what you're doing other than just running around in fear. It's not the time to be running around in fear. It's more the time to swim forwards easily with a plan of action. Like you kind of know what you're doing. You just need to swim for it. And I feel like there is some information that comes to you that feels annoying, but it's helpful at the same time. And it feels like you don't really need the information, but it's coming anyway. It feels like it's just meant to be annoying to you. And it does feel like there's some goals place that you can sign on. I'm hearing like a goals home for you. And there's some goals situation you can get together with regards to your home and your family and everything that goes with it. It just feels difficult. It feels like you have to look for a long time. And I feel like the wind is kind of changing directions for you. Like you may have planned one thing and then it just didn't happen for you, and things went another way. And you ended up going another way, and then you had some other thing and you had to reroute yourself in another direction. And you end up rerouting yourself again and again until you just find yourself where you have to go. I feel like there's some big, interesting remote work opportunity that you can get as well, and I feel like you'll get a call back. And it feels very easy for you. It feels like it makes everything easier for you. You can just stay at home and I'm hearing like look for another place to live day and night, and then it will help make your criteria list easier because it's like, well, actually, you have to stay at home all day, every day. Doesn't need to be near work anymore. You can move really far away, but it just needs to be big enough that you have like a home office. You need a good home office. Maybe it needs to be quiet. You don't need background noise like what's going on right now. I'd apologize for the noise. Feels like there's a really lovely day where you go somewhere. You go on quite a far journey. It feels really fun, like the process is fun. And you get loads out of it. What you do on the way is fun. And what you get from the trip is better than what you would have got at home. It feels like there are some stresses around your home and what happens when you get back. I feel like the flight's really fun as well if you're going on holiday. Or if you're traveling, it's like the bus journey or the train journey or the flight is so intriguing and fun, and you're going to love looking at the ground from above the sky. But I also do feel like it's good to get home. It's good to get home, but it's like you suddenly have loads of things to get on with. Like I'm almost seeing someone gets home and their cooking's ready. And they're like, oh yeah, I did cook lasagna before I left the house. Oh yeah, my lasagna is in the oven still. They get home and they just think, yummy, but also now I've got loads to do. It does feel like there's a list that you're trying to get through. And I'm seeing you trying to get through your to-do list and there's someone screaming at you who's like behind you already. Like you've already moved on from them. You've already dealt with that. You've already finished that. And they're like, help, help, can you just do this for me as well? And you're thinking, no, I'm already on to the next to-do list item. I can't help you, sorry. There's someone like screeching like a bird at you. And they do stress you out and they're trying to make you afraid. And it feels like there's like another bridge to cross. There's another hill to climb. Once you've climbed the one that you're already on and you don't need them stressing you out about what you've just done or what's behind you, you just need them to just like get out of your way, really. It feels like a week when you do have people to talk to and you have to communicate with them. You do have to respond, but I also feel like they're not really that important to talk to all the time. And they may be a bit excessive with the amount that they communicate with you. And it's like maybe tempting to just turn your phone on silent and just think, I'll do it myself. Like, I don't want to talk to you. I'm just going to go myself. Like, stop trying to communicate with me about it. I don't need it. I don't want it. It feels like you may get quotes that are good for something like a removal van or a taxi or something like that, and it's like a better quote, and then there's someone who's like, so did you want the one that's like 10 times too expensive? And they just keep phoning you and trying to make sales and marketing calls to you, and I feel like they might have your email address and they just keep emailing you. It's kind of annoying, and you might need to like get a new email address and get a new number as well as a new home and a new job for you to feel like really amazing. But it just feels like you're getting a feeling like you're going to be stuck in a quadrant. I'm hearing like stuck in a particular position that's kind of close to where you want to be, but just not quite. And it feels like not that bad if you do get stuck to a place or a thing or something that's like close to what you want but not quite. Because I actually feel like it is what you want. I hope that makes sense. It feels like you actually are going towards what you want, but it just may sound like, that's not quite what I want. But in actual reality, I feel like it is a kind of best option. So don't worry as much as you are worrying, but it does feel like you need to take action based on the fear and the stress. So if you do receive like I feel like someone's getting a letter because they're in mortgage arrears or something, and they haven't paid their mortgage, and it's like your home's going to be repossessed, but it's not going to be repossessed right now. You do have time to look to sell it and get another home. And I feel like it's the kind of energy where it's like maybe you don't get quite as much as you wanted for your home. Maybe you find a place that's slightly more expensive than you wanted, but actually you can afford the mortgage. Like it will be an amount you can actually afford. Like say your current one's 1,900 a month and this one's 1,300 a month, and that's actually what you've been in arrears by. It just feels worth it for you, even if it's like, oh, I don't love this place. It's still too expensive. So far away from work, or maybe it's not that bad, but I just don't love it. Feels like it's time for you to do what you have to do anyway. I do feel like the less you guide yourself with fear, the more you guide yourself with joy, the better the outcome is for you. And I feel like for someone, you don't want to be lonely and you might need to happen across others this week. Even though you are kind of trying to avoid certain energies so stressful, feels like there's other people who will just be like, hey, what's up? Want to hang out? And actually you should stop stressing. Like the less you guide yourself by stress, the better the results. I have to say that again. Because like say you're looking for a new place, you're going off on your own and you're looking and it's stressful and you just need a break, and you've got some friends, you walk past them, they're in a bar and they're like, yo, come for a drink, hey, you want to come for a drink? If you were going to rush off and go and see a property that's like really unsuitable for you, You would have a really bad evening, but if you just stayed with the friends, they might say, hey, do you want to stay? Like, we've got a property, there's a sofa free. Want to just stay on our sofa if you want? Like, hey, we won't charge you any rent, just come and stay on the sofa. And it's maybe not what you want, but neither was the property you were going to look for, and that one was like $3,000 a month. And you just think, oh, I don't know if I can afford that. Feels like time for you to just take the friend who's like, hey, I'll help. Like, just come and stay with me. Like, just take them up on their offer. Feels more relaxed, and I do feel like there's a more relaxed way you can do things. And there is a really relaxed party or gathering, and there's some really fun friends who you can hang out with this week. It feels annoying, but I feel like there's something you can do, and it is important for you to go towards your own truth and maybe make a list of your own thoughts and your own requirements and your own wants and your own needs and your own dislikes, and clarify everything for yourself, and then you can go out there and get what you want. And it might not be exactly what you want, but it does seem close enough that I can tell you it's like a dream come true situation that you can get for yourself. But it does seem scary, so I'm not going to minimize the fact that it's scary for you. You are in a high up position where it's like you can fail and fall. It's just better if you kind of maybe try and stay grounded to start with this week, even though you're in a high position and your instinct is to fly high. It feels like good for you to stay close to the ground. And then you might end up flying anyway, but I feel like it's just, yeah, it's some message coming through about flying for somebody. Like your flight might be rearranged or cancelled, or the flight path might be changed. You might end up at a slightly different airport. You might have to arrange like a different taxi or something like that. And I feel like there's different quotes. And there's one quote that's like, ah, that's so cheap. That's such a nice price. And there's another price that's like, ooh, might have to complain about just that being the price. I'm just gonna have to complain about that. That's unacceptable. It feels good for you to complain this week, and I feel like it's good for you to take time writing. Take your time, compose your response. People will rush you and make it seem urgent, but it's not as urgent as you think. You can relax more than you think, and I feel like you've got your eye on something that's there. And you can actually get close enough that it's worth trying. It's worth trying to get close to what you want. And the closer you get, the easier it will be next time. But yeah, I just feel like there's maybe something coming through about someone's looking for a place. It's just that you're going to end up with someone that's like a little bit too small and maybe a little bit close to other people. And there's ways around that are useful, but I just feel like you need to get on with it, and you need to focus on finding like whatever's the best you can find, and think about things in a way that's healthy for you as much as possible. Like, just worry less about the worst case scenario and think more like, what can you do? Like, what can you actually do? Try and take the actions you can take. And I feel sometimes you'll just be guided by your own spirit of like, no, I don't like that, I don't want to do that, versus, hey, this seems fun and exciting, let's do this today. So I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you'd like a personal get in touch, the information will be below. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Check out the other content on my channel if you're interested. And if you'd like a personal reading, get in touch. The information will be below. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This is your reading if you chose the blue pen. Let's see what cards you have. From the Sacred Power reading cards, you have Illusion. From the Sacred Destiny Oracle, you have Illumination. From the Shamanic Healing Oracle, you have Sacred Space. Then from the Vision Quest Tarot, you have Two of Earth, Mother of Earth, Six of Earth, and Son of Earth. Lots of Earth energy. It feels like this is a week to stay really practical, stay really grounded, stay focused on, I want to say family, food, nutrition, getting enough sunlight, getting enough sleep. Trying to be up with the sun is a good idea for you this week, like trying to just maybe sleep with, I know for not everyone it's possible, but if you can sleep with your curtains open and just let the light wake you up, that would be nice. Or if you can set an alarm for roughly around the time that the daylight is coming up, you can check on the computer, on your phone, or like the weather app or something. You can check what time the sun rises in your city. It would be good for you to do that and wake up exactly when the sun rises. Go to bed exactly when it's getting dark. I feel like you're going to reset yourself. You're going to feel really good, and there's a day in the week when you're just going to have such a good morning. You're going to wake up, I'm hearing for someone without morning breath, without tiredness, without needing to stretch. Like, you just wake up, you stretch your arms, you yawn, and you think, I actually feel really good. I might go for a walk. I might go for a run. I'm going to eat healthy today. You don't have to try. You don't have to, like, force yourself into a healthy routine. You just wake up exactly when it's morning. As soon as the sun's rising, you go outside for some nice fresh air. You feel really good, and I feel like you're going to get on with something like, for somebody it's organising their possessions, for somebody it's farming, for somebody gardening, for somebody it's like the harvest season and it's time to pick all the fruit, or something like that. It's really nice for you if that's the case. It feels like for someone it's time to harvest on what they've been growing for themselves with, not food production, but just like your business and your goals. Feels like there's a day of the week where you feel like, yay, finally I finished, I've done it. Someone might be packing to move, and it feels like you can almost move by hand, like you get everything in such small containers that you can almost do it yourself, and maybe you will, maybe you and one person will do it together. It feels like you might have someone who wants to stay the night with you. It could be a family member, it could be a friend, it could be someone you've known since childhood, but I feel like you have a really sweet connection with them. They're really good for you. It's like they'll just do things that you find difficult around your house if you end up living with them or staying with them. I feel like there's some way to go for you. There's some elevation you can get to with your thinking. Like, you can think higher, you can behave higher. You can make your habits and your routines better for you this week. It feels like there's a way to go, and there's like a thought you haven't had, or a realization that you haven't had yet. Feels like it can come through music. You might just be listening to a song on the radio or in your music library, and it makes you feel good. For someone it's Bob Marley, and it makes you just feel like better. You don't know why, but you suddenly feel connected to people, and you feel like in the vibe of everyone else. It's almost like a shift. Like, you can feel like you go from a cloudy road. When you turn your car and you're listening to a really nice song, like your car turns into a sunny road, and you suddenly don't feel alienated from people or stressed or anything anymore. Like, you feel great, and you feel in the flow, and you feel like your neighborhood's nice and your community's nice, and it's a lovely day and everything's so good and everyone seems so happy. Maybe a minute ago it didn't seem like that. Maybe it was like cloudy and cold, and everyone seemed a bit sad or tired and not connected to each other. It's like a sudden, oh my god, this is so nice, everything's so nice. Like, oh, don't people seem such good people? Doesn't the vibe seem so strong? Doesn't everything seem so good? It feels like there is a strong vibe for you. There's like a high vibration you can access, and it's really easy. It's very simple. You don't have to try. It's just that you do the right things. Like, you just sit in the park. Maybe you see the sun go down in the park and you think, ah, that was a nice day. And then maybe again with the sun going up and you feel like, welcome to the world again. It's my nice Friday morning. And you just feel like energetic about the day. I don't know why, but you just seem in a good mood. You seem humble. You seem like you're focused on work mostly. And like, you really are doing quite a good job. And you're very loved at work. I feel like someone's manager has like a favoritism for them. And your manager just wants you to be okay. You might be like the youngest one and the newest one, and everyone's like, oh, poor baby, like, let's help you. Let's try and fix you up and make your day better if you have a bad day. They just like want better for you. Like, maybe they're just like, oh no, what, you can't afford rent? Oh, let me give you a salary increase. Oh, you're like, yay, I'm so amazing. I get a salary increase. My manager's amazing. It feels like it's a good day for you at some point. Like Tuesday seems like a really good day for you, where you just get in a good mood and you feel optimistic and bright. And I also feel like 2 days from when you're watching this is a really good mood. There's something coming through about a slug or an evening of a surface. It's really weird. It's like there's something that's uneven. It needs to be like filed down or sanded down. And there's something that's like a slug coming through, like maybe in the garden you just see a slug or a snail, and it's like some moment that's really important for you and I'm not meant to know. There's something coming through about a blanket as well, like someone needs to wash their blankets or their rugs or their towels and their coats, because it feels like spring's coming or summer's coming. Someone might need to just wash all their coats and put them away, or keep them for now but like wash them soon. And there might be like an outdoors blanket or tent or something that someone might want to take care of. Like there might be a hole in it and you need to sew it up or something really simple like that. It seems good time to fix things and just make things a bit neater for yourself and nicer for yourself. Try and tie up any loose ends of things you're already working on. If it feels like you're doing it naturally, you just don't have to try this week. Like you just find yourself being good and healthy and having the right connections around you and doing a good job and finding that your work's paying off. Feels like there is some money that comes in this week that's really needed. And it's exactly what you need, or it's added to other money to make what you need, and there's more money coming soon. Feels like by Sunday there's double the money coming. And it's in it seems like a nice amount of work for you to do, like it's not too much. Or it's money for work you've already done that feels like the right amount of money for what you've done. It feels like time to greet the day. I feel like by Thursday there's something that you're on top of and you're in it to win it. And you seem really engaged and really involved and really smiley and energetic and having something like food for thought that's on your mind that you want to share with someone else. And they find it really interesting. I feel like you might have someone who's like they're slightly jealous of you, but it's not in an upsetting way. It's more like they just kind of watch you and they think, oh, I wish I could like also quit my job. Oh, it's just like they feel like I wish I was that energetic today. Like I'm so sad and they seem so happy. Like they don't hate you. They don't dislike you. They're not trying to be you. They're not trying to copy you. But it's just like you're finished for the day and maybe they've got an extra hour of their shift. And you're looking really good and you're going to go out and enjoy an hour of sunshine. Meanwhile, they've got to stay in the office and it's going to be dark when they leave. And they're not looking forward to, like, maybe you're going out on a date with your boyfriend and they're not looking forward to going home and cooking their own meal. And they just have like a sad vibe when you leave. Like you leave the office and they're like, bye. And you think, what's wrong? And it's, to be honest, it's the fact that you're leaving. Like you get to leave. You're their sunny favourite friend at work and they would want to like stay with you. But you're leaving them and they're going to be bored. Oh my God, they're going to be so bored without you. And their face is just like unimpressed. They're like, you look nice. Where are you going? Are you going somewhere nice? Oh, you're going somewhere nice, aren't you? Ugh, I'm so jealous. It's not ruining your mood, but I just feel like you should take it as a sign that you're shining brightly. Because people are like dampened by the fact that their day is like having to see you shining. But yeah, try and maybe enjoy your moments at home by yourself. Because it feels like you have to sometimes put on like a humble face at work and be almost less excitable. Someone has a job where they have to greet people or you're like a hostess in a restaurant. You have to be like, welcome, how is your day? But I feel like there might be someone else who gets annoyed when you're too loud. Maybe like someone who's on the phone taking bookings. It's like if you're like, oh my God, happy to see you today. And they're saying, what time would you like your booking on the phone? They might be getting annoyed with you. And it's not that you're doing something wrong. But I just feel like you might have to contain the energy. Just keep it in a kind of contained way where it's still lovely and delicious, but you're kind of saving it so that people don't feel annoyed by it so much. Because it's not your fault you're having a good day and they're not. And it's not their fault they have to be on the phone listening to someone's quiet voice. When you're talking to someone in person and you get to be like loud and excitable, but just try and consider them and what they're doing, what they've got going on. Because yeah, you might be having a fun party time, but there's like one of your neighbours who works from home or something, and they're trying to concentrate and they think, well, could you just shut up? So yeah, you might want to just keep that in mind, but don't let it ruin your swag, don't let it ruin your mood, don't let it ruin your day. I just feel like you're in the community at the moment. You might be aware of other people in the community and how they're affected by like you and others around you. I just feel like it's because you're like in a humble, good mood, you're in a vibe where you're able to see how everything connects and everything matters. So yeah, use your mind, enjoy your own space, enjoy your own life, enjoy your own meals. Enjoy everything. It feels like a good time to go shopping for some whole ingredients or things that you could just pick from the earth. I don't know if you have a farm or an allotment. Might be nice for someone, and get some time outdoors. It'd be really good for you. Get some time with family or loved ones or friends who are like family. Feels like something missing for somebody and it will make you feel better. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and if you'd like a personal reading, get in touch. The information will be below. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the pink pen. Let's see what cards you have. From the Sacred Power reading cards, you have Angel Assistance. From the Sacred Destiny Oracle, you have Truth. From the Shamanic Healing Oracle, you have It's All Good. And then from the Vision Quest Tarot, you have Ace of Water, Eight of Water, and Five of Water. Wow, you have a lot of water energy. The last one had a lot of earth energy. Feels like there's a real sad emotion that is kind of necessary. It needs to be sad, like if you're honest with yourself. It's just part of life, and it feels like you have movement coming from the sadness, and there's something coming in that's really good as well. Like there's something happy and joyful and so full that it's overflowing. And I think because of the fact there's something that's so full that it's overflowing, you just don't have energy and time for loads of other things. And that might be really sad. It's like, say if you are getting married, you're moving in with your partner and you have to move out of your flat that you share with your flatmates. Maybe your flat that you share with your flatmates is not that great, but you actually are quite sad to leave them behind. That's the kind of energy I'm picking up on. It's like, wow, I'm amazed that I get to move in with my partner. Oh my god, but oh my god, I have to leave my besties behind. Like, I'm gonna have to say goodbye to my very best friends. Oh, how sad. And it's like, really, it's all good. Everything's fine. It's all part of the natural progress of life. And it does feel like if you stayed, like, say, in the situation where you live with your friends, at one point you might find all of those friends move out, and then maybe two of them couple up, and you're like the third wheel, and you would feel stupid if you missed out on the chance to go and live with your partner, to end up like a third wheel to someone else's partnership, and all of your other friends have coupled up and left. So it feels good for you to just get your emotions out about whatever changes happen, or happened, or are happening this week. Feels good for you to have a cry, and I feel like someone might have a runny nose, and it's really interesting because for someone it's from like hot pepper soup. You're eating something really spicy and you've got like chili in your eyes and you feel like, no, I wish I'd washed my hands before I touched my eyes. Now I've got chili in them. And someone else, it's more like you're actually really sad, but I feel like you might feel better if you just eat something spicy or go out for a nice drink with your friend or something. Like I'm seeing you having a community where you have emotions to share and you talk with each other and you outpour and you say, I know, it's so bad, I hate it here, I know. And then one of your friends is like, don't worry, it's all gonna be okay, and look, I brought around. It seems like you have a collective where it's not necessarily happy, but there is happiness. It's just like there's some things that are not that great. And I feel like if you're honest, you'll be able to see that it's not just you, like there's loads of you who are like in it together in a bit of a not the happiest situation ever. You know, you'll have things to feel grateful for and feel cheerful for. But I feel like there's other things to feel sad about. And someone, you might be drinking yourself sick. I'm seeing something coming through about like 2 drinks and then you have a third and a fourth and then you're sick and your friends are sick and it's just not that fun anymore. So you might feel bad if you have fun with something and you just take it too far and it ends up being not that great. There's like a stopping point where it stays fun. Where you just get to the point where you're like, I'm tired and a bit bored, I'm gonna go home. If you go home at that point, I think it's better for you. You end up waking up in the morning feeling fresh and you don't wake up with a hangover. So do be careful. And I also feel like someone has a cold, like flu, to say that again. And they're sniffling and they're sneezing and they need something really, really, really spicy and like full of vitamin C, like again, hot pepper soup. Well, soup, it feels really good for you and good for you to try and fill your life with new energy. Like new life is needed in your life and you need some water to cleanse yourself. It's good for you to shower more regularly this week and try and catch up with people you need to catch up with as much as you can. I feel like there's people you just can't catch up with and it'll be sad for you. It's like, oh no, I forgot to phone so-and-so back and now I'm busy. It feels really good for you to try and meet up with as many people as you can and speak to them on the phone. Because there's something, you can catch something really good this week. Someone, I'm hearing you can catch something bad and you need to be careful. It seems like it'll be okay, like it's one way you can, like say it's like chlamydia and you can just get antibiotics or something. But I have to tell you off a little bit, like I feel like it's kind of past time for you to maybe engage in like the smelly, dirty activities with smelly, dirty people. Like be careful about going out with someone, going back to the house and the house is like really dirty. I don't just mean the house is like cluttered or their clothes are really old or they live somewhere where it was obviously dirty before they moved in and they try and keep it clean, but you can just tell that it was like moldy before they moved in or something. Talking about more like you can tell like never do the dishes. Like the dishes are not just today's dishes, it's like 6 months old dried food on the dishes. And their underwear's never washed and it's all on the floor. It's not like in the laundry basket not washed from yesterday. No, it's from like 7 months ago and it's just stinking out the flat. You really, and there's flies, yeah, and there's cockroaches and stuff. If you go around to someone's house like that and you have sex with them and you catch something, I'm just gonna say you have to be honest with yourself. Like, were you being careful? No. And you are blessed if you just have antibiotic treatment, to be honest. Like, be grateful. Be grateful that you just had an itchy crotch and it stung when you pee and then you got treatment. And just don't do that again. Like, maybe just try and be with the same partner you trust more often and not switch it up so much. I'm just going to be honest, like, I have to be rude to you a little bit about that. But anyway, it feels like you've got more chances. It's not like the end of your life. Even if you do make a mistake, you're blessed. You're going to be okay. But yeah, it just feels like you might be stuck in a situation because of maybe your own actions, but it might not be your own actions. You just might be feeling a bit stuck in a situation. And there is new life. There's new life you can find. For someone you're clinging on to too many things, it's like maybe you want to buy a new top, but you just don't really have space in your wardrobe. Or you bring the new top in, but it feels like not that exciting because you've got it next to all these like old crusty tops with like holes in and sweat stains. And it feels like just time for you to say, I'm going to chuck out bags of clothes. And if I just wear this same top and wash it every evening, is it that bad? Like, you've got one new top, you could just keep wearing the same new top. I feel like it's time for you to have a clear out of old emotions, old energy, old things, and old environments even. Like, I feel like there's somewhere you go that's not as nice as it used to be. It's like overgrown and sad. Could be like the pub you used to go to is like derelict and none of your favourite friends go there anymore. And you don't really like the people who are there now and you just feel like whining about it. So I feel like it's good for you to change your habits and your routine and say enough is enough. I don't want to do that anymore. And I feel like the universe might do that for you. Like, they might make you go from somewhere. Like, you might just be forced. Like, your pub's got a leaking, I don't know, a leaking pipe. And then you're not allowed to go there. And sorry, but you just don't have another pub nearby and you just quit drinking because you have to, because you can't go to the pub anymore. And it's like for your own benefit, bestie. I'm sorry. So if you have to let go of some things, just trust that they're probably not for you anymore. They're probably crap. They're probably like really holding you back from things that are better for you, from new energy that you could accept. You don't want to cling on to all that old stuff. It's just not good for you. So try and clear it all out, get rid of it, including your own emotions, including your stuff, including your friendships, including why me, poor me attitude. It feels good for you to think more about accepting something new, being grateful and feeling okay about letting go of things, like thinking that was useful and now it's time to let go. That was okay. Well, I'm stupid for allowing this so long. I need to get rid of this. This was a bad decision. I shouldn't have bought this. Just be honest with yourself, and I feel like the universe is helping you. So I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Check out the other content on my channel if you're interested. And if you'd like a personal reading, get in touch. The information will be below. Thank you for watching and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.